got banned from my own family reunion for telling the truth. Every year, my family gathers to celebrate my grandfather's legacy as a war hero who saved dozens of lives in Vietnam. There's speeches, photo displays, and emotional toasts about his courage under fire. The whole family treats him like a saint who sacrificed everything for his country. I grew up hearing these stories and genuinely believed Grandpa Joe was this incredible war hero until I decided to research our family history for a school project when I was 22. I wanted to write about his military service and maybe find some official records to surprise him with. What I found instead completely shattered everything I thought I knew about my family. According to military records, Grandpa Joe was never deployed to Vietnam. He served 2 years stateside as a cook at Fort Benning in Georgia and was discharged in 1967 for repeated drunk driving incidents on base. No combat, no heroic rescues, no Purple Heart, just a disgraced cook who got kicked out for being an alcoholic. I confronted him privately first, thinking maybe there was some mistake in the records. He broke down crying and admitted he'd been lying about Vietnam for 50 years. After he got discharged, he started telling people he'd been in combat to get sympathy and respect. The lies grew bigger over time until he was supposedly saving entire platoons and winning medals. The family believed every word because who questions a veteran's service? I begged him to come clean, but he refused, said it would destroy the family's respect for him and ruin 50 years of carefully built reputation. He made me promise to keep his secret, but I couldn't handle watching everyone worship a lie. At this year's reunion, Uncle Mark was giving his annual speech about Grandpa Joe's heroism when I finally snapped. I stood up during the toast and said, I need everyone to know that none of those war stories are true. Grandpa was never in Vietnam. The room went dead silent. Uncle Mark asked what I was talking about, so I laid out everything. The military records, the discharge papers, the fact that he was a cook who got kicked out for drinking. I showed them printouts of the official documents I'd found. The family exploded. They accused me of fabricating evidence to hurt an old man. My aunt screamed that I was jealous of the attention he received. My cousin said I was a traitor who hated veterans. Even when I showed them the discharge papers with official seals, they claimed I'd somehow forged government documents. Grandpa Joe just sat there crying while everyone defended his honor against my vicious lies. The worst part was watching my younger cousins, who'd grown up idolizing him, look absolutely heartbroken as their hero crumbled before their eyes. My mom pulled me aside and said I'd destroyed the family with my selfishness, that I should have let an old man keep his dignity instead of exposing him for some twisted sense of justice. She said I was no longer welcome at family gatherings until I apologized and admitted I'd made everything up. I tried explaining that living a lie for 50 years wasn't dignity, it was fraud, that our family's entire foundation was built on stolen valor and dishonoring actual veterans who really did serve in combat, but they'd rather believe a comfortable lie than face an uncomfortable truth. I was officially uninvited from all future reunions, and half the family blocked me on social media. They still post photos every Veterans Day celebrating Grandpa Joe's heroic service in Vietnam while pretending I don't exist. The truth is, I don't regret exposing the lie. Stolen valor is disgusting, and watching my family choose fantasy over reality showed me who they really are. Grandpa Joe died last year, and they held a military funeral with full honors based entirely on his fake service record. I wasn't invited to say goodbye to the man who raised me because I refused to pretend his lies were truth.